I first met you guys on Capitol Hill. You were in town. You were meeting with Senator Bob Casey of Pennsylvania. He is someone who has been championing, the federal government playing a much bigger role in elder caregiving. As you mentioned, you're not a policy expert, but you know it really well that it didn't make it in part of the Build Back Better package. But I do want to ask you, Seth, as you've been on Capitol Hill talking to some members of Congress, what has been your biggest, I guess, surprise talking to them or not talking to them, getting meetings or not getting meetings with some?
Yeah, I mean, in a way, so many things. In a way, it was very eye-opening. I think people have an abstract frustration with the government, and what's great is if you go to Washington, you get a much more specific frustration with the government. I think you get to really drill down on the nuance of why it doesn't function, why no one is doing their jobs properly. You get to see in real time people not being in the places that
They said
they
they would
said
be.
they would be slash are expected to be slash paid to be by the taxpayers. And so yeah, getting a front row of that, like, I mean, Hollywood is 100 million times more professional than Washington. I can say that without a doubt. We show up to our things. you know, I was there. And so I think that's what was shocking is that. There's an expectation also in Washington that it doesn't function properly. And coming to Washington expecting it to function properly, I was viewed as an imbecile. Like you don't get it. No one does their job here, and your expectation that anyone would do their job makes you stupid. And that was an eye-opening experience as well. Is that it's so ingrained in everyone that the norm is that no one in Washington does what they're expected. That you are naive in this world to expect them to. That being said,
it was a great experience. It was a great experience, your trip to DC. You're going to be coming back, right?
Yeah. Exactly. I've turned down a few invitations to that correspondence dinner over the years. I think, but then you meet with someone like Senator Casey, who genuinely cares, and you see their frustration, and you see that they care, and you see that they're having to work with people who are not just trying to help and provide care for people, but are literally trying to like dismantle the government as we know it. And I could imagine how frustrating it would be for these people to have to work across the desk from people who ideologically don't even think people should be provided this care or respite in any way by the federal government, slash maybe there should be no federal government, So I'd say it's been eye-opening. The fact that care is a partisan issue and that aging with dignity is a partisan issue it's sad. And I think it speaks to how everything can become partisan if you simply choose to disagree with every single thing that your opponent says, and which kind of is what seems to have happened. They could, it feels like they could have like a free birthday cake day, but if if one side proposed it, the other one would say no. Yeah.